format today, we have several speakers with a few points about preparing for winter, dealing with winter. I think I tried to count. I think this is, I grew up in the Willamette Valley. This is my 59th time of saying, I just got used to summer. What just happened? And can feel it. The format today will be some brief speeches from different representatives of the agencies that all have some role to play in dealing with winter and helping the public deal with winter, mainly helping people get around or helping them know when maybe not to get around. Maybe it's a good time to reschedule your plans when things are severe enough. After we have a few speakers, we're going to introduce any other agencies that are represented here today. If you have any questions on topics that are that we didn't cover during the speak. And then the speakers and guests will break up for a group photo right out here in front of the equipment. And then we will be available for individual interviews and Q&A. Our first speaker is the Portland Mayor, Keith Wilson, and he will be here in a few minutes. So let's just move forward until he arrives. Is Priya Dhanapal here? Please come on up. Thank you.
Thank you, David, and welcome everybody. I'm Priya Dhanapal, the Deputy City Administrator for Portland, and I oversee the Public Works portfolio, which includes water, PES, parks, and of course the Portland Bureau of Transportation. I'm very happy to be here with all our regional partners, and I want to thank our city, county, and state maintenance crews for the work that they do year-round, and especially during the winter weather. Thanks to them, the rest of us can get home safe. I also want to make sure that we say that we want the public's help. We want you to make a plan today for how you and your family can wait out a winter storm. So think about what you would need to have with you to stay home and be comfortable. If there's snow or ice in the forecast, plan to telework if you can. Because if you can stay off the roads, that gives our crews the space they need to make our snow and ice routes usable for the first responders and for TriMet. But if you do need to travel, consider public transit as your first option. So today would be a good day to get to know your bus or max route. And if you plan to drive, plan ahead. Know the weather at your destination, because it might be different from the weather at the place that you're starting from. And match your driving to the conditions of the road. Look out for people biking and walking. And remember to keep extra stopping distance between you and other travelers. This is especially important for snowplows and buses and other public service vehicles. Carry snow chains and know how to use them. And carry an emergency kit, which is very important. We cannot prevent snow and ice from coming, but if we prepare and work together, we can help everyone get home safe. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Deputy City Administrator for Public Works for the City of Portland. Our next guest, Mary Hill, TriMet Executive Director of Transportation. Please come on up.
Good afternoon. You've just heard from Deputy City Administrator Dhanapal, and in a few moments you'll hear from our Mayor, Mayor Wilson. And I want to thank our friends at Oregon Department of Transportation for hosting us today. You'll also hear from ODOT Region 1 Director Ryan Winsheimer in just a few minutes. Partners like this are crucial for TriMet. They clear the road so public transit can keep riders moving. As we know, winter in Oregon is unpredictable. The one thing we can all do, though, is be prepared. As I always say, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So plan ahead, give yourself extra time, and check trimet.org/alerts before you go. At TriMet, we've been stocking up on supplies in case of snow and ice. We've set aside 5 sets of tire chains for every bus in our fleet. More of our MAX trains than ever have heated ice cutters. We have tons of de-icer on hand, and we have our snow and ice removal equipment ready to go. Even with all these supplies and equipment, we know Mother Nature is a formidable opponent. Winter storms can affect our ability to run buses and trains safely, and safety is at the cornerstone of what we do at TriMet. If the conditions mean we can't service riders safely, then we may need to adjust our service. Whenever it's near or below freezing, please use caution getting to buses and trains. Streets, sidewalks, walkways, stairs, and platforms may likely be slippery. When it's snowy or icy, plan for trips to take extra time and stay up to date at trimet.org. Thank you for your patience, and we look forward to welcoming you aboard this winter. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Speaking of partnerships, we have Portland Police Bureau Lieutenant Ty Engstrom here to talk about the law enforcement perspective, helping protect you and helping us, basically all helping each other, working together. I think that's a theme.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ty Engstrom, that's Tyengstrom, and I'm a lieutenant with the Portland Police Bureau, currently assigned to Central Precinct. I've spent the majority of my career actually in the traffic division, so traffic safety is very near and dear to my heart. Worked very well with a lot of our partner agencies from ODOT, PBOT, Transit, on our public roadways to help make sure that folks can get to and from their destinations safely. And so as we enter this winter season, we want to remind everybody to pay attention to the forecast, what's going on, the winter storm advisories. We just had some officers recently involved in a small little crash because of a pileup of leaves on the roadway. It's different things like that that you may not expect that could really ruin your day or someone else's day, and even worse, maybe injure somebody. With my service in the traffic division, I've been to countless fatal and serious injury crashes. I don't care to go to more of those. I don't want anyone in your family or your place of work to experience that in their lives. So I want to remind everybody to do a few things. First of all, abide by these warnings and cautions as they come out. When we have winter storm warnings, do not go out unless you absolutely need to. If you've got to get to work, an appointment that can't be rescheduled, whatever the emergency might be careful and don't go out unless you absolutely have to. If you must go out, slow down. So much can be avoided by just simply slowing down. And then lastly, be seen. And that doesn't just go for our bicyclists and pedestrians and those that are using other modes of transportation, but our vehicles, our cars. Make sure your headlights, brake lights, turn signals, everything is working so that everybody has the highest probability of seeing you and being seen so that they help avoid a collision. Now, our officers are working 24/7. If there's several feet of snow out there or ice or what have you, they're still out there, and they need to be able to get to the 911 calls that are coming in. And so if you decide to go out and you or your vehicle cannot handle the conditions and you end up in a crash or have to abandon your vehicle and now it's blocking a roadway or blocking a driveway, it slows down the response of the police, fire, medical, tow trucks, and makes things more difficult when we need to respond to emergency situations. So a caution to that as well. Again, we appreciate the partnership that we have with PBOT, ODOT, TriMet, all the partners that help keep our roads clean, safe throughout this winter season and the rest of the year for that matter. So thank you very much and be safe out there.
Thank you very much. We're still with people from the city, representing the city, and Mayor Keith Wilson has arrived. So may I introduce Mayor Keith Wilson?
Well, thank you all for your patience. Apologize for being late. Good afternoon. My name is Mayor Keith Wilson. I appreciate you coming today to join us for this event. With the holiday travel season upon us, we're here today to remind everyone about the work we do to get ready for winter. And we need the public to take action today as well. Transportation agencies are the leaders for emergency response of all kinds of weather events, rain, wind, floods, and landslides, just to name a few. In winter weather, PBOT crews are the first responders for the first responders. Thanks to our transportation crews, police, fire, and other responders can reach people during emergencies, even during winter storms. We work with TriMet to make sure we plow their routes so they can serve the public as much as possible during severe storms. We update our routes every year to make sure that we are plowing streets that provide access to hospitals and to emergency shelters. I just got my F-150 Ford Lightning, and I'll be getting my 4 studded tires on it, and so I'm here to help all of you personally as well as we help our community out. I will be there at night when you're putting the chains on at PBOT to help, and I'll try not to get in your way. We have our Public Works leadership here and several Public Works bureaus with us as well. We have foresters from Parks and Recreation responding to tree emergencies, engineers from Portland Water responding to water main breaks. Our Portland Bureau of Emergency Management supports all bureaus, and Multnomah County PBEM spreads the word about how people can volunteer to staff emergency shelters. And thank you, Jeremy, and your team as well during these very important events. We're gathered here today because the holiday travel season has arrived. We're only a few days away from Thanksgiving. We know that many people are planning trips in the coming weeks, and it's time to remember the need to be ready for winter weather. We need everyone to take responsibility now. Make a plan for snow and ice to keep your families safe. And I do want to also note that if you can stay home during the severe winter event, please stay home and help us help others. I want to call upon all Portlanders to remember that we are all part of our community. In emergencies like winter storms, we work together to help each other out. One of the best things you can do is help your neighbors is to be ready to clear your sidewalks. Make sure you have a snow shovel. Consider having some ice melter on hand to help the snow melt more quickly. Your neighbors need your sidewalks to be usable in the snow so they can take public transit instead of driving. And remember that your neighbors may need your help in other ways as well. Elderly Portlanders and people with disabilities are especially at risk during winter storms. Please check on your neighbors. You can help by checking in with your neighbors to make sure they're okay. And if you're able, you can offer to clear sidewalks for those who need your help. Our community is strong when we stand together. Our partnerships and cooperation will help keep us all safe this winter. With smart planning, with our individual actions to get ourselves prepared, with our efforts to care for one another in our community, we can all do our part to help everyone get home safe. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Mayor. We do have, in fact, the mayor mentioned forestry, trees. We have one entry that probably wasn't on the agenda that reporters received because I added just yesterday. Eric Brockmeyer, City of Portland Urban Forestry. Please come on up.
Hi, Eric Brockmeyer, E-R-I-C-B-R-O-C-K-M-E-Y-E-R, City of Portland Urban Forestry, Supervisor 1. As we all know, most of our tree failure and branch failures occur during inclement weather, mainly high winds, heavy snow, heavy ice. These branch failures commonly cause power outages, which in turn can cause and create unseen and hazardous electrical hazards on the ground. We do ask everyone to please do not attempt to move tree debris on the ground. It can be a very hazardous situation. Any tree-related emergency within the right-of-way or within the city parks can be reported 24 hours a day to 503-823-TREE or 8733 or 311. We have staff available 24 hours a day that will be dispatching a member of my emergency response team to arrive on site, assess the hazard, create a mitigation plan, and do the work necessary to ensure safety on site. Urban Forestry has 30 arborists currently working around the clock in conjunction with PBOT and PBEM and ODOT and TriMet and utility companies. Also, City of Portland's heavy equipment to ensure the safety and accessibility of all of our streets and our parks. In the storm in January 2024, Urban Forestry responded to over 900 phone calls, 900 emergency sites. We were very busy after that emergency. The reason I bring that up is to remind everyone that the best thing you can do to keep your trees on your property and in your community safe is have them assessed by a local certified arborist prior to the winter events. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. Moving on to another set of our partners in this area, Ken Boston, Multnomah County Road Maintenance Manager. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ken Bossen, Road Maintenance and Operations Manager for Multnomah County, KENBOSSEN. So Multnomah County Transportation serves primarily the rural east and west ends of the county, including a few urban sections in East County near Fairview, Troutdale, and Wood Village. These areas are mainly rural, like I said, out in the outskirts, in the gorge, up in the hills, and so with that comes different conditions than you would see in the city. So we have longer lasting storms with the ice on the ground, with the snow, lots more trees down that we also take care of. In addition to these sections of road, the county also maintains 5 of the Willamette River bridges and the Wapato Bridge that connects to Sauvie Island. When winter weather hits, we will run 24-hour operations with crews of 12 people or so in each area, and we will run 24/7, and we have plows, de-icer, sanders, chainsaws, everything we need to respond to any type of weather event. Most recently, in this winter in January, we put down 84 tons of sanding rock and 3,200 gallons of de-icer, and that was considered a mild event. This year, we recently stocked up with an additional 500 tons of sanding rock and an additional 10,000 gallons of de-icer. So some tips when you're out there in the public, slow down is the biggest one. Slow down, give everybody more space, pay extra attention, prepare yourself and your vehicle for the weather. If you are near a snowplow or you see one, please stay away as they are trying to do their job and make everything safer for everybody else. Do not pass them on the right, as that is where we push the snow. Avoid passing them if possible, but if you need to, do it on the left. Stay at least 50 feet behind them at all times as they cast sand and de-icer off the back. And make a travel plan for these bad weather conditions using alternative routes if you need to. Use traction control devices like chains for your tires in these slick conditions so that you can make it to and from safely. And if you need to check for your routes, check our social media and our website for our road closures. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Todd Watkins, Washington County Road Operations and Maintenance Manager, please come on up.
Thank you, everyone. Todd Watkins. I'm the Road Maintenance Manager for Washington County, serving 600,000 people on the west side of the Portland metro area. In addition to the 600,000 people that we serve, it's interesting to know that the urban unincorporated area of Washington County has 200,000 people that do not live inside of a city, and that'd be the second largest city in the state, second only behind Portland if it were a city. So we have a huge population that we serve. Our winter operations are well underway. We are onboarded 3 new pieces of equipment this year specifically for the winter operations. They're medium-duty trucks, which will add to our existing fleet of 18 vehicles. All of our sand and magnesium chloride facilities have been stocked. We have 22,000 gallons of night chloride, and we have about 4,000 cubic yards of sanding rock ready to go once the weather hits. Additionally, we've brought on 14 new crew members, which will help to supplement our staffing patterns during the winter events. When we do go to a 24-hour window or a service window, we will have 2 12-hour shifts working around the clock during those events. As mentioned before, the main thing that we want the folks from the public to do is to go out prepared, drive slow, and really use your best judgment when it comes to the locations that you drive, how you drive, and when you drive. Washington County is here to serve the entire community. If you have any questions or you need service, the best way to do that is to give a call to our operations division at 503-846-7623. That's 503-846-ROAD. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Now, reflecting that we don't all just drive in one place, one city, one county, one state, we have a guest from Washington Department of Transportation, Wes Oatfield. He brought a piece of equipment as well as some of the other agencies here. We'll talk about that in a moment. Come on up.
Good afternoon. I'm Wes Oatfield, and I am a highway maintenance worker and snowplow driver for the state of Washington. I want to start by thanking everyone for having me here today. At WashDOT, our #1 priority is safety. When the snow starts flying, you'll see our team out on the roads, plowing and treating the roads. We will be working around the clock to keep the roads open and safe for travelers in Southwest Washington. Our focus will be on I-5, I-205, SR 500, and SR 14, and then we will treat and clear our outlining roads as crews and equipment become available. Each year, we spend time planning, training, and preparing for winter, doing what it takes to keep everyone moving safely. Our motto is simple. We stay ready so we don't have to get ready. We've got the crew, the equipment, and a plan in place for whatever the weather throws our way. But we need you to do the same. Check the weather and your routes before you head out. Don't wait until you're behind the wheel to see what the conditions are like. When you see a snowplow, please give us some space. Slow down and don't crowd the plow. We know you have places to go, and we're out there to help you get there safely. Be patient. Our top priority is keeping everyone safe, including ourselves. Let's work together. Please do your part and stay informed about the weather and watch the road conditions. And we'll stay ready so we don't have to get ready. When we all do our part, everyone gets back home safely. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. One last speaker before we move on to the next part of our meeting here. Ryan Winsheimer, ODOT Region 1 Manager. Please come on up.
Thank you and good afternoon. I'm Ryan Winsheimer. I'm the ODOT Region 1 Manager. And I'd like to first thank all of the partners who are up here today. Appreciate you all being here. ODOT and our regional partners will do our very best to keep the roads clear and safe this winter. As you've likely heard, ODOT is currently experiencing staffing shortages in some locations, and we're currently hiring as fast and quickly as possible to prepare. But you may not see the level of service you've come to expect from us in years past. In Region 1, we have more than 35 vacant positions in maintenance and operations, and our newly hired folks are going to require some training before they can plow snow, which is scheduled to occur in December. So we'll be targeting the same levels of service that we provided last year, but I want you to know that they're likely to be lower than you've seen on the interstates and the state facilities in the past. So what does this mean for you? It means you're more likely to see chain requirements and road closures. Some roads and passes may be closed longer than normal and after significant storms. There are also maybe slower responses to crashes and other emergencies, and it may take longer to clear major crashes and incidents with the fewer resources. So what can you do about it? Please prepare ahead of time for winter weather and monitor the forecast. The best thing you can do for yourself and other drivers is stay off the roads during the winter weather and travel only when absolutely necessary. Staying off the roads gives ODOT and our partner crews and agencies time to clear the roads and restore those vital services that everyone relies on. If our crews have to respond to crashes or are stuck in congestion, it adds significant time to the snow removal process. Please plan ahead, carry chains, drive at appropriate speeds for conditions. Use TripCheck or TripCheck.com to monitor conditions and delays before you leave your house or workplace. Be patient. If you do travel, your trip may take longer than you'd planned. Carry chains and emergency supplies like food, water, and batteries in your vehicle. And please do not pass snowplows on the right, as you've heard from other speakers earlier today. And don't abandon your car on the highway. It will be towed, and you will have to pay to pick it up. Lastly, and this is an important one, and I want to end by saying, please watch out for transportation workers, tow truck drivers, emergency responders that are working on the highways, and slow down, pay attention, obey the law, and move over when necessary. Thank you, and have a safe winter.
Thank you very much. So we're done with our scheduled set of speakers. So here's what we're going to do now. First, we do have additional agencies represented here, and you can identify yourselves now if you just want to raise your hands and identify your agency. Water Bureau. Mm-hmm. Emergency Management. I'm sorry. Portland Bureau of Transportation. All right, now our next step here is a tradition at this event. Our speakers are going to step out in front of the equipment for a group photo. And then you're welcome to break up into individual interviews, mingle with us. We have equipment from Multnomah County, Portland Bureau of Transportation, WashDOT, ODOT. There's sand stored in the shed there, salt here. So I'm sure you have a lot of questions about a lot of topics, and we'll be ready for you in just a few minutes. Thank you very, very much for attending.
All right, so there we go. Go ahead and pull away from that. That was the Oregon Department of Transportation, along with a number of different partner organizations, letting us know how they plan on preparing there for potential winter weather events. A big thing that seemed to be consistent through everybody was that if there is a significant weather event and you don't have to be out on the roads to stay home. I know that's one that everybody always talks about, but a lot of different organizations talking about their preparation. And we'll have more on that coming up later today on our other news shows, and of course at kptv.com. So you can follow up there. It sounds like they're taking a bunch of the film crews over to look at some of the equipment, so I'm sure we'll have video of that later on as well. We've got more coming up here for Fox 12 Now. I thank you for joining us. We are live streaming here out of the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom. If it's your first time watching, thanks. We're here throughout the afternoon. So if there's breaking news that happens between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. outside of our other shows, this is the place to go for that as well. Otherwise, you're going to see this video end if you're watching on YouTube. This one will end if you're watching on our live stream apps and website. You'll see this go to local news live for a while, but I will be back with an update on what to know and what to watch out for when it comes to holiday scams. There's a lot of cyber scams out there, a lot of people utilizing AI to try to steal your money, essentially, or your identity. We're going to let you know some ways to try to avoid that. That's coming up a little bit later, but for now, that's it. We'll talk to you soon. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.